Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's scrims. Unfortunately, today's scrims are not as packed as yesterday, and I see we have sound issues again. Give me a second. So hopefully this is better now. Sounds crappy as well. All right. I thought it would be, we fixed it yesterday, but we didn't. So bear with me for a second. All right. It seems to pick up way too much. Not quite sure why. So we'll check the settings again. Or I will check the settings again. You won't check the settings. But at least it sounds better than now. Than previous. All right. Let's hop into the leaderboard. These are today's teams. We have Ascend with us, Bushido, Don't Panic, Eternal Fire, Fairy Tail, The Face Clan, Furia, Foot Esports, Go Next Esports, Hive, Redline, Slam G, Team Liquid, The Miss-Off, Twisted Minds, Virtus Pro, and Whirlpool Swords. That means we have at least a few teams which are currently at EWC, so we'll play with a bit of ping. While we're still waiting for one or two players to hopefully join the game, because we have two teams which are only playing with 3 players so far. Nonetheless, that won't hopefully hinder us before we will jump into match number 1 of the day. Most likely, after we started with Erangel yesterday, we'll start with Miramar today. At least, if I'm mistaken. And it looks like it, so at least that's something I got correct today. So while it's surprisingly hot in here with 27 degrees, it won't be getting colder anytime soon because my PC is heating up the room even more. But we will still hop in the game and see what we can do to at least lessen that heat a bit for me. But since we'll start with Miramar, it's perfect. It's hot. It's sandy. We're in there. All right. Match number 1. Which means we have 5 more after this, obviously. Has an interesting flight pass, which will be quite risky for a few teams. But that's something you will see right now. As you can see, first match will start in a few seconds. And this right here is our flight pass. And it's, well, like I said, risky. There's a lot of space the teams will not be able to reach. Like, at least, it feels like 2/3 of the map. Should be at least more than half, I guess. So this is roughly everything the teams can reach. So Power Grid not reachable for Twisted, Monte Nuevo not reachable, Pozo, Alcantara, Crater Fields, La Cabrera, Water Treatment, San Martin and Hacienda, Cruz del Valle, Campo Militar, Tierra Bronca, and Oasis not reachable for the teams. So that is a tight spot for some of the teams. So they might need to choose a different spots to drop to. And if that will work out for them in the near future. That's something we will see in a few seconds. Hopefully it works, but we don't know till they drop. 9 seconds on the counter. We're dropping onto Miramar for the first match of the evening. I see it. The plane advancing. First teams dropping out are Redline and Ascent. Ascent going for the loot spot in Valdemar. Redline seems to play Prison Portona. Next up are Bushido and Furia. Then we have Fairy Tail, Go Next Esports, Virtus Pro, Eternal Fire, Virpal Sports. Then a bunch of teams with Hive, Twisted Minds, Don't Panic, and Footballist, as well as FaZe, or having a quite similar color to Don't Panic, but good thing is I know the team logos. Then we have Slam G, and last but not least, Team Liquid and TMO. So Perfect is quite close over here to Hive. Quite sure if that's what he wants. Teams over here have settled in already. All of you are still on the move. TMO most likely wants to play El Azahar, which means Liquid needs to move. Slam G will try to play Truck Stop. Circle shifts in favor of an Impala circle. Good for Footballist. Playing with Carpi, Scuff, T-Bone, and AC. They had to change the roster after Pixel decided to step back from PUBG. Switch into a different game. Eternal Fire over here in Picardo. Perfectix now has retreated from that spot close to Hive. That means so far we don't have anything which might be interesting. That changes right now, though. Lurix finds the first kill against the Space Marine Fax. Already taken the bike. Yeah, well, that didn't work out quite well, I guess. But he tried. Oh, another possible situation here. Annie has set his sights against Furia. Not willing to shoot, though. He could have gotten a knock there, if he was lucky. Decided against it, though. Next up, CCI Next has taken it upon himself to protect the Ents compound against Virtus Pro. We're retreating in the direction of the Italian now. As well as Impala, which is already being played by Footballist. Gustav over here, quite close to Mugore. After they lost Fax, FaZe is quite sure there should be someone up here. Especially after Gustav saw that coupe. Bart arriving as well, close to Arctics. First shots against Arctics and he gets knocked. Teams with a knock here. Trying to push forwards. For Or trading some shots with Vard. Now Boostic is advancing it well. So from the other side. Shots, and first knock by Mogora gets the kill against James. Gustav knocked as well due to the explosion from the gas can. Now it's just Vard. Trying to face off. 4 opponents, gets the first knock, gets... not getting the second there. Has to watch out a bit so he's not getting hit by that nade. So... oh, what a shot by him! Floors Lurik with that single tap. And now it's 1 against 1, theoretically. Boostic going for the rest on Mogore. Well, Ward is retreating, trying to get a different angle in. Or trying to get away from that fight as a whole. At least he gets the kill against Lurix. Artex will most likely bleed out as well. Mogora a bit too late there. Very unfortunate for Slam G. Let's hop over to the fight between Eternal Fire. Not sure where they're fighting. That's the worst. Eternal Fire's colors are not that great. Come over here. Ah, there they were. Are they already eliminated? No, Shilla is still alive. I'm not quite sure where he is. Let's hop to him. Oh, right here. Their color is not well... visibility on this map is not that good for Eternal Fire's color. At least for the color I chose. Which is based on their logo. Alright, what else? Twisted Minds has to get in the circle. Same applies for Redline and for Ascent. Redline decides to go with the water approach, at least with Seppa over here. Mosaic Karks and Ivis are on the move as well, but they're using the streets. Boris with some shots in the direction of Virtus Pro. Gets attacked in against Beamy. Shots in the direction of Furia. One over here. Did, well, aim a bit too low. The next esports also left with only 2 players. While we lose Vard against Boostic. That is our fight up here. He did get 1 more knock against Mogore. Being carried by Boostic now. They will most likely go for the blue chips. I do have a recall tower in Minas or in Truck Stop. Both are possible for them. Fine, still staying in Impala. But Arson Apocalyptus a bit outside. Make up in the glider. Flying over the islands. Well, Seppa decides to go for a little island run. There, he only has a level 1 helmet. I mean, he could loot over here. First aid. AK. Level 2 helmet over here. Circle shift, going for the main island. And a stand in for the Italian, which was played by Virtus Pro, who are now retreating. Initially, they wanted to get back to it. But decided against it after seeing a sand advance. Liquid following footballers over here. Not sure that's the right approach. But it looks like Liquid wants to play Impala as well. He was a bold shot against April. Con was a nade against Lucarux. What happens over here? Oh, nice nades against Conf. And a nice spray by Beamy. Aniko gets a knock against Beamy though. Copy. There's a knock. Double knock. Purdy knocked as well. Now it's just Corexi over here. Nate will be too short. Well, not too bad against Brightside. He's Corexi for a brief moment. Another 4 damage. Corexi now deciding to retreat from that fight. Alright. I'm gonna try to play a different position. We see Beamy advancing towards his position. Again in with the kill against Dad. Nico gets a kill against Beamy. More shots in the direction of Annie. Razor. Liquid left with 2. Quite sure what Acalyptus is shooting at. Modern Panic is deciding about leaving the Ents compound. Twisted says, alright, let's go for it. Nice shots against Darkest. And Perfectix gets the knock. The other 3 will retreat, which means Twisted takes over the compound from Don't Panic. Don't Panic also, as it seems, did call the emergency pickup. Rexy as the last player for VP now waiting. Gets another knock-in against Dante. Well, we see another knock against it's Chris. Who will be back on his feet shortly, though. Killy's already there. Magora with a knock against Example. Barking and Luke quite close to Furia. So far no kills for them. Yesterday they did start with a 23 kill chicken dinner. We see X-Razor on top of the hill. Circle shifted again away from Impala this time. In favor for Redline, Bushido, Jonek, and more. Footballist losing this fight against Hive. Dante might be the only casualty here. While over here, Corexi has found his match in Annie. That means Virtus Pro is eliminated. Nate Ball Luke in the direction of Bad Peak. This time he peaked good and was able to retreat. You can see there's a lot of movement on the map. Schiller, as the last remaining player for Eternal Fire, still alive. Well, we did lose Corexi. Now facing off against the Ascent. Nate incoming. Well done against Perfectix. More coming in as well. Annika and Kili. There's a knock against Perfectix. Molly? Might have been not too bad. Losing their shields. Annika goes down. Well placed, Nate Baloo. Rex and Chris have to decide if they want to join that fight or retreat, and the answer is the later. Oh, and the next team is coming in. Don't panic with a well-placed Nate against Batu and Example. And that's almost it. Global Army with a push now. Gets hit by Schengen. He doesn't know that though. Molly a bit too far. Still nice try though. Batu gets the race on Lou. Hopefully Lou does not run through the Molly. Global Army at least gets a kill against Perfectix. Batu now with shots in the direction of Don't Panic, who are retreating. Well, gets a few techs in there. We see Fury are quite close here to Hive. Chris, the only remaining player for Ascent. Very unfortunate for them. Bushido against Whirlpool Swords. Happens over here. Crazy. The only player left for them. First knocked. Nice flash there by Nekjop. Another one, and that's it. GG, well played. Ascent eliminated as well. Chris was found by Slam G, it seems. Oh, wait. Was going outside. Bunsen eliminated as well. Now it's just the Kraken. Sparking dice to the blue. Just leaves Luke. Who's healing. Five first aids. Well, 4 now. But he's not moving an inch, saying, alright, I'm gonna try to go for the placement points. Unlucky for him, that won't happen. The Kraken might be having more luck. Trying to move with the circle. The Daros now retreating a bit. You can see Purdy coming back. Halo as well. There's a story or Luke kills himself. The Kraken eliminated. Gets a knock against Nekjop. Dies to the blue then. And then Prosper not focusing on him. Now getting shot from behind by Ivis. Okay, now the last remaining player. Calyptus getting the knock against Presenti. Schengen also the last player for Team Hive. Sheila also still alive. Calyptus now with a kill against Matt Bay. Basu and Lou still alive. Over here. Fine, most likely will go for the rest of Paidaros. Nothing Twisted can do against that. Gets a kill against Purdy. Team Liquid might get a placement point if it continues like that, because Ado is still alive. Spray from Acalyptus, but it's not good. That means he is knocked. Made in this direction. Not too bad. Not too good either. Halo still prone right here in the field. He has the right attire. Lose the belt though. Ooh, pushing forwards, nade in hand. Fine, still behind him. One first aid remains for him. Now it's 7. And now it's too late. Fine, nice to the blue. Still some shots in the direction of Lou. Tries to heal as well. And dies to the blue as well. So that leaves us with 6 teams. Halo getting at least 2 placement points for his team. Over here, Slam G. Fighting with Don't Panic. CCI next. Tried with the Panzer. Did not hit though. Magore. Coming in from the side. Lurex takes the kill home, and that's it. Slam G eliminates Don't Panic. 10 kills for them already. Oh, Alo is still alive. Behind Zico. Not really seeing him there. I mean, if I didn't know that Alo is there, I wouldn't see him either. But Alo's luck might be running out rather sooner than later. Because with the next circle he has to move. I was coming in as well. And Alo has no chance of killing him. Just can hope. No Seeker is there. He's Ivers as well. So that outfit. I mean, if you lose the bandana and if you lose the straps, it should be even better. Ogora drives to the blue. I'm not quite sure why. Conf pushing forwards. Below Slam G. This leaves us with 5 teams. 2 solos. Then we have Slam G with 3. Redline with 2. Fairy Tail with 3 as well. And Alo sneaking forward bit by bit. Trying to stay away from Zico. Worst luck for him is though, Ivers decided to use the other side of the hill. But he's still doing it. Sneaky Alo does sneaky things. Question is, when will Ivers turn his back against him? Stop turning his back in his direction. Ivers finds Schiller, and therefore we are in the top 4, which means 4 placement points for Alo. I mean, he won't get a kill, but at least the placement points are there. And Ivers, well, he checked his position a few times already. But Alo is doing it sneaky beaky like. Next shift away from him as well. Is not looking good. I mean, Redline has to move as well, because they are not in the circle too. But Alo needs to move earlier than they do. I mean, that heartbeat. You can hear your own heartbeat in a situation like that. And he knocked a bar boost stick. April going for the wrists. Will be successful. Conf has to watch out. That might have been it for Fairy Tail. And he knocked. April knocked. On for last man standing. Works with a kill against April. What? Now he's seen him. Fairy Tail eliminated on 4. Team Liquid eliminated on 3. And Zico just was running there and not caring in the world. Smoke's coming in the direction of Boostek. Still to the right. Virus. Not quite sure if the other 2 know that Ivers is there already. So it's now with the knock against Zico. Nate is not too bad. But still, boosting from the side with a winner chicken dinner for SlamG with 14 kills and 2,200 damage, as well as 7 assists for Fairy Tail. Let's hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 2. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. 24 points now for Slam G. Half with 12 for Redline on second place. Then we have 9 for Fairy Tail. 8 each for Team Liquid and Don't Panic. 7 for Go Next Esports. 4 each for Twisted Minds and Hive. 3 for Eternal Fire, Bushido and Furia. 2 each for 4 teams. Purple Swords, Ascent, Foot Esports and FaZe. And last but not least, 0 points so far for the Miss-Off and Virtus Pro. And we will hop into match number 2 shortly, because that means we are back for the second match on Miramar. And hopefully I will somehow get this freaking sound fixed in the next days, because it's pissing me off. But for now, nothing we can do. Let's hop into match number 2. And as you can see, and here my sound is still fucked up. And as you can see, this time our plane pass is a bit better than before. So the players have way more possible spots they can drop to. This should be, well, might be a bit too less. This should be roughly a bit more to the left and right, but this should be roughly the area that teams can reach without trouble. We have Alcantara out of the picture. La Cabrera might be hard to reach as well. Same goes for the crater fields, as well as Impala, Puerto Paraíso, Resort, and Los Leones, as well as Portona. Aside from that, everything else should be easy to reach, or at least be reachable with cars. Same goes for Impala as well if you want to loot there. But most likely, we might not see someone there. And for now, let's check out where the teams will drop, because the plane is on its way. One plane's merry way, coming right up. There we go. First out, Purple Swords, as well as Don't Panic and Furia. Then we have Virtus Pro and Redline, as well as Eternal Fire and Twisted Minds. Bushido, Hive, followed by FaZe and Team Liquid, as well as Fairy Tail and Go Next Esports. Then we have Slam G, winners of match number 1, and the players from Ascent, as well as TMO and Footballist. And that should be, last but not least, it, if I'm not mistaken. Not quite sure where Extreme is going. Oops. Didn't want to go to Purdy. I like Purdy, but I didn't want to hop to him. Alright, this is not looking like we might have any close contests over here. I mean, FaZe is quite close to Slam G. Circle shifts in favor of Picado and of Eternal Fire in this case. Ascent, Footballist, and well, Ascent and Footballist, the teams need to move the furthest. Well, Com says, alright, I'm gonna try to run someone over. And is successful in doing so. Getting the kill against Braxco. Kelly decides to take the chip and go for the immediate recall in Oasis. Let's see. Most likely scenario. Look, for instance, Nixie over here in one compound, Corexi and Pimi in the other one. Chuma being played by Furia. Valdemar played by Vorpal Swords. Then we have Monte played by Don't Panic. Eternal Fire with the Picardo split now. With Schiller and the Mad taking some outpost. Then we have Pozo played by Redline. Twisted Minds with the Power Grid split. St. Martin, or surrounding area of St. Martin, played by Hive. Face with the Mina Generalis, a Graveyard split. Then we have Go Next Esports in Cantera. Over here, Slam G with the truck stop split. And El Azhar played by TMO. Footballist already on the move. 80 decides to loot some more. While Bushido is the first team trying to get a better position in the circle. Let's see if he's possible. If he's successful. Or if they are successful. All right. Let's see if we are closer to a possible solution. And to possible kills. Brax already coming back. Was quite easy to get his chip back. Question is, where do you drop if you're solo and Brax go? I mean, you have to drop somewhere you know there's no one there. Oh, we already have our first fight over here. And most likely the first kills. Perfect. Going for the flushes over here. And Bushido, well, they were out of luck. Only one of them remains in that Crossberg up on the hill. And he doesn't even have a scope on his AK. Or a sight in this case. Chiller also with some shots. We can see more movement. Rex has found a spot to drop to. Still out of the circle, which means he might need to take away. We might see the next 5 shots in the direction of Zico by Rocks. Red line already retreating. Sparking might find some new friends in Dante. Spray. Oh, perfect. Fox decides to stop. And that nade was picture perfect. Well, Alo got a knock in. Against Presenti. Schengen. Still quite close to Alo. Flash is enough to hinder him from approaching. Tries to drop down and shoot, but is unsuccessful. Schengen, though, gets the next knock. And will most likely also get the flush against Alo. Pretty moving forwards. Dante below him. Flush unconfirmed for now. Well, Crossberg gets the kill against Avis. Presenti's trying to drop down to Rocks. Barely manages to do so. But this is looking quite good for Hive. Even though Presenti gets killed by Carpi. Dante at least gets a kill on Alo. Already spotted. Zico with the knock against April. What's happening over here? Zico. Double shotty. And that's it for Annie. Zico does it again and he gets brightside as well. Well done by Zico. Should have switched to him. Move down to that still over here. We have Face and Eternal Fire with Quetpa in Picado. So far, we have lost one team, but 12 players. For 8 minutes. That's kind of an awful lot. I mean, we gained another player with Braxco, who came back after being the first one to get killed. Luke gets knocked as well. Dante gets a kill. And this just leaves Purdy as last man standing. And now we're down to 55 players. And a fucked up microphone. All right, we are back. This sounds better so far. Let's hope it continues to sound like this. If so, I might have a rough idea what might fix this. Lukrox with some shots in the direction of Quetba. Just to hinder them from approaching. Circle shifted to the southwestern part of the map. We can now solo Frostburst with the next knock against T-Bomb this time. Gets a kill as well. Second for him already. Oh, nice text there against Zico. As well as against Karks. Frostburg still has to watch out though. Well, Purdy is still quite close to Schengen. Most likely trying to get the chip from Luke. If he hasn't already done so. And Schengen sees him and that's it. GG well played. Team Liquid eliminated on rank 16 by Hive. With the knock against Bartu. Nate. Good one. No. He's not in there. Bit flushed. Matt gets knocked as well by Lou. Chill advances. Molly in hand. It's example and he comes out and that's it for Twisted Minds as well. Rank 15 for them. 2 more kills for Eternal Fire. Someone is wondering why we still hear ghost shots in Ivans. That always happens if you switch in the observer mode. That's the reason why productions usually have 2 or more observers. Because you will hear ghost shots if you jump to a player. Oh, Face now pushing against Eternal Fire. Schiller is now the last man standing. Trying to prohibit Face from advancing. Nate. Not good. Gustav knocked though. There's no one there. Just coming in. And that's it for him. He didn't see much. The sandstorm did prohibit him from doing so. But Face was successful in that advance and is able to get Gustav back on his feet. Arctic's quite close to ascent. Or we can see that El Pozo is still frequented by Redline, which are using the blue chip recall feedback feature. Frostberg wanted to do that as well. I mean, he still can go there, over here, and use the blue chip tower here to get his teammates back. We'll see. Presenti has already been recalled, which means Hive is left with 4 players again. That was a knock against Chris. Nico trying to get the revenge knock in. But still able to go for the flush. Brexco quite close behind TMO. So watch out there. But it looks like TMO decides to retreat. I mean, they want to get in the circle as well, so no wonder. Rather with the knock against Mogore. It happened over here. Also in range though. Do we have a crash? Most likely not. Crossberg still alive over here. Did not recall his teammates. I'm not quite sure why Bushido's not doing that. They had the opportunity. Aniko over here close to Paidaros. Seen him as well. Nice headshot by Aniko. Killy with the knock against him. Beamy now with the knock against Zabila. Oh, that nade didn't work out. Fine spotted. Spray. Barnico unsuccessful. Nate Barbrexco is well placed. And that's it. GG well played. Go Next Esports eliminated on rank 13 by Ascent. They take those. Tarkus with the knock against Space Marine. Can see James coming in. Open hand. This good stuff. Who gets knocked by the nade and the shots. Bart gets a kill against Tarkus. there are two left. For face. Gaff with the knock against Ivis. Getting in, driving over Barisi. I'm not quite sure what happened there. 3 against 2. Roxas knock against Keeley. Well placed nade by James. Keeley's dead. That happened over here in the rotation somewhere. We're moving up. No kill. For face. Rocks with knock against Gannon. James gets a knock against CCR next. But gets knocked by... No, gets... oh, there was an 8. Gets knocked by CCI next, while knocking CCI next. Boris trying to go for the flush. Another smoke by Vard. And now the next team has advanced. Nice nade against Artix. Right now with shotty in hand. Has to watch out. Trying to move forwards might be the worst decision now. That peek instead. Knocked. Sparta gets a knock against Scaff. We can see SlamG advancing. All 4 over the wall now. It's a fight for the blue though. Because they're not in the circle. Up over here. Onico and Brax go. Facing off against Whirlpool Sword, getting that kill and gets the second one. Well done. Shots from the blue. 5 still in there. Dante most likely will get knocked out now. That's it for him. Lux coming in. Vard still alive. This is not looking too good for SlamG now. Oh, nice nade there by Corexi. Boris with the knock against Mogore. Global Army has seen that Vard is up there. Global Army successful against Artix. That's just mistake. And he gets killed by CCR next, which means Vard is in the placement points. $523 damage already to his name. Quentin with the knock against Beamy. Oh, nice spray by Vard. Gets a knock against CCR next. Will most likely die though. Yeah, and that's it. GG well played. Face eliminated on rank 7. At least another placement point for them. Crossberg finally eliminated as well. SN still alive. Same goes for Schengen. Well, over here, Don't Panic dies to the blue. Boris is the last man standing. The question is, will he be the last man surviving over here? Or will he die? Chance is quite high. Yeah. 2-2 split, getting the knock against Brexco. Well, Karks gets the knock against Quansin. Aliko going for the heal. Blue zone's coming in. He has no other possible option. Needs to move forward. be good. Well, wasn't as good as I thought. And that nade from the Kraken was perfect. Well, Schengen somehow still alive in the blue. Still 4 first aids remain. But he can barely move forwards without pulling another first aid. He most likely will die to the circle as well. Gisera gets a kill against Floris. And Schengen therefore gets more placement points. 4 now for him. Late in hand. Might even get another kill in there. Oh, he gets a knock against the Kraken, but the nades are a bit too short. And therefore Schengen dies to the blue. While Possa will be able to go for the rest of the Kraken. If Redline wouldn't have a knock in there. Which means we're left with 12 players. 3 full teams. Redline, Virtus Pro, and Furia. 2-2 split by Furia is not the best possible position they can play. They're not in the circle. The other teams are in the circle already, so Furia needs to move. The only possible spot they might be able to play would be around... No, this is not playable. Well, would be this little shack here. Or right here, the dips, which are visible for VP. So no chance for them, especially since I don't have a car yet. That's almost blown. Both of them are dead too, though. Kills going on the count for Virtus Pro. Gisera says, alright. I'm just gonna smoke myself forwards. My Quanson is bleeding out. I'm not quite sure why he didn't try to res him, but it looks like he gave him his stuff, so, well, let's see. 3 first aids, 2 smokes left. This is not looking good for Furia. I mean, at least the smoke color matches the team tech color I used. Green. Kark's knocked. VP might need to make a move now. Let's see if they're successful. Five kills so far for them. Furia with 4. Redline with 6. So we have 4, 5, and 6 kills. That might change now, though. Gisera spotted by Beamy. No kill for him, though. Not quite sure what he's trying to do. Another attack against Gisera. Push. Arvas and Zico in a good position. Nice nades. Lucarux gets a knock against Arvas while Zico gets a kill against Corexi. No chance for Nixie to do anything there. Nice spray against Zico. Now with the knock against Sepa. Oh, that's a perfect nade. Zico knocked as well. Beamy's still alive. This just leaves Karks. Gets tagged. And that's it. GG well played. Redline eliminated on rank 3. Which just leaves Gisera, who's still fighting. And that's it. Lucarux with the last kill. GG, well played. 1 minute chicken dinner for Virtus Pro with 9 kills and 2,119 damage. 10 assists for Redline though. Well, we will hop over for a short break before we return with match number 3. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. And, well, this is a bit confusing. Because we did switch up the placements. And this means Slam G takes over the lead with 25 points after that match. 24 points for Redline, 19 for Virtus Pro, 16 for Don't Panic, 15 for Hive, 14 for Furia, 10 for Fairy Tail, 9 each for Ascent and Twisted Minds. Then we have 8 points for Team Liquid, 7 each, 4 times for Eternal Fire, The Face Clan, Go Next Esports and Foot Esports, 6 points for Bushido, 4 for Purple Swords, and 2 for the Misov. And we'll hop over into match number 3, because we will be playing a Rondo, ladies and gentlemen. And this right here, hello, this right here is our plane path. As you can see, this means the teams might be able to drop where they want to drop. They might also not be able to drop at the preferred space, we'll see. But there is a lot of drop spots for the teams which are reachable. Everything to the left, Yaotin, Fongtun, Longho, Brinjiang, Bali will not be reachable. Jardina City is half reachable. Himaiton might be a stretch as well. We're gonna hop over and see where the plane is taking the players. At least if we're fast enough. Otherwise, we'll just see where they are dropping out. Now we have 5. Team Liquid, Twisted Minds, Bushido. After them, we'll see Redline. Let's see. First to drop out are TMO and Ascent. Following them are Face and Go Next Esports. Then we have Bushido, Hive, Twisted Minds, and Team Liquid. Redline going for Test Track, which normally would be a spot Navi or Twisted would drop. But they decided to go somewhere else. Then we have Furia and Footballist, Eternal Fire, Fairy Tail, Don't Panic, Slam G, and last but not least, Purple Swords and Virtus Pro. DCI next over here, quite close to Breezy. Let's see if both of them will find what they're searching for. Where's Breezy? Oh, there's CCI next. CCI next going for the car. Breezy going for the spot. And as we can see, there's no... Where the... Keely going? Circle shifts in favor of Eternal Fire and Yulin. Good position as well for Team Liquid. Bushido quite close. Celtic running in the direction of Luke. I'm not quite sure. Does Celtic already have a weapon? Well, yes, an AK. Let's see if he will be successful in using it. Cody spotted. Luke spotted as well. Spray. Gets 30 damage in. Shots coming back from Team Liquid, and now they're on the hunt. Luke with a bolty. Gets attack in against him, and Celtic gets knocked by Purdy from the other side. And that's it, first kill by Team Liquid, while in the back we could see Crossberg arriving. Not really willing to fight at the moment. Nakyop already there as well. Sparking has to watch out though. Crossberg in trouble, might be able to get the knock against Halo. Luke from behind, and now Purdy does it again. This time with the drive-by. Nakyop though has seen Luke and gets the knock against him. Halo coming from the other side though. And that's Arena, and now it's just Medbay as the last man standing. Smoke coming in. Halo body blocking the shots. But this time, Bushido is successful. Not successful with the shots. And now it might be the turn for Team Liquid again. Not quite sure why Medbay had the shotty in hand, but Sparking gets a kill in. And therefore, Team Liquid eliminates Bushido on rank 17. Maxed up. No real fights anywhere. We can see Lu using the emergency pickup and low Hushang. Wishing. But Marco quite close over here to Seppa. He's getting attacked by AC. Can't retreating now. Marco just waiting for him. Says, all right. I heard the car. I heard the shot. If you want to come for me. Looks like Seppa is not yet sure if he should go for that compound. The map now there as well. Same goes for the other two players. Red line waiting for the push. Avas coming in. Kretpa with the knock. Oh, the Mac gets the knock against Seppa. Zico knocked as well, and that just leaves one. Which over here is Karix as the last man standing for red line. Well, that's a possible way of trying to make it through the river. Unfortunately for Furia, that car is not going anywhere. Additionally, right here in the car, there's still an emergency pickup and a C4, so... Well, guys, I guess your plan backfired. Possa's catching them now, is grabbing them now. Rook Straven behind Fairy Tale. They're coming in from the side. Getting a headache when I see Lukaruk's ramen. Shots by Fairy Tale. Lukaruk's almost knocked there, and that last shot by April seals the deal. Lukaruk's eliminated. 59 players. Ascent taking over the northern part of the map. Go Next Esports still has to move. Same goes for Bartolins, who's still out in the, well, close to the blue. Didn't really want to move yet. Tank is empty, so I'm not sure what he did so long. Fairy Tale, Purple Swords moving forwards, don't panic. Well, they lost CCR next. They're trying to get back who they can get back. Oops. That is not what I wanted to press. Shots in the direction of Justus. Unsuccessful though. quite close to stand there. Nade in hand. That might be a good one. Wasn't too bad. That prone in right in time, though. Trying to get away there from Fairy Tale. Good thing for him. He is able to do so. More shots coming into the direction of Fairy Tale. April, Conf, and Annie making their way down the hill. Shots in the direction of Justus as well. Well, over here, Carpi might get some new friends in form of Furia. Well, or not. Zubila gets knocked by Gisera. Reckon has to go for the rest. Zubila says, alright, I'm gonna breach this. Nade in hand? That nade isn't too bad. That should be it, yes. Zubila trying to get away from the other side. It's breathy. Zubila gets knocked by Possel though. Kill for Furia. Razor with the knock against Granson. Nade by Breezy should be not far. Razor now with a nade from behind. That should be bad. Oh, that was perfect. Also trying as well. It cooked quite well. And now they're pushing. And Tarkus from above with the nade. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. This seems to be the monument of death. Tarkus spotted by Scannon, made by Flores, and that's it. Whirlpool Swords eliminated as well on rank 15. Just after they were able to eliminate Furia. Now the next team has advanced in form of footballist. I'll be just retreating though. He's here next over here. Close to Slam G. And this right here, the canted site will be removed with update 37.1 starting tomorrow. So one of the next things which is getting updated. As well as with that update, we will get a new change to the ranked settings, because maps which are not in esports will not be played in ranked anymore. Also eliminated Barbimi. Justus already getting back here. Trying to help Stats. And Bad Peak. Oh. There was an invisible wall over here. I guess this right here might have been it. Oh! Well done by Busek, getting 2. Don't panic now, left with 2 as well. CCNX came back, but Global Army and Flores now are left behind. Well, we can see that Ascent is moving as well. They want to play the position from Kili. That little shack over here, which was marked by Kili, is a valuable spot as well, and will most likely be played by Aniko and Braxco. Quite sure why they don't park the car over here. Circle shifts in favor of Go Next Esports and Footballist. Global Army with the knock against Mogore. Now it's 2 against 2. Force coming close as well. No, it's 2 against 3. Didn't see Lurex there for a moment. Orange gold. Didn't know we had something like that. Looks great. Dante close to Flores. Stops waiting for don't panic. Spray coming out does not hit anything. And gets knocked by Global Army and flushed by Flores. More shots by Presentian rocks now. Ascent close as well. Brexco with an 8, and I know that position Ascent has. That's a Temple of Death. Let's hope it's not the same for Ascent. Fox with an 8 finds knock against Chris. Oops. Has no nades left, only a smoke. But his teammates are advancing as well. Red line is eliminated. Karks was found by the mat. Flores knocked by Annie. Another knock. Presenti successful against Zarnico. Chris bleeding out. Slow but steady. Killing not able to go for the race. Brexco go for Aniko. That was a perfect nade by Brexco. That had mortar potential. Presenti with another nade, and that is perfect against Aniko as well. He has to watch out for the bus. Presenti eliminated. Oh, Brexco! The first nade was promising. The second nade, well, let's not talk about the second nade. Biariam played by Lurix. SlamG taken over the Death Hill. Or the Temple of Death. Right here. 4 nades coming in. Brexco knocked again. Killing now the last remaining member for Ascent, and that's it. GG well played. The Death Temple takes its toll against Ascent as well. And if I was SlamG, I would not stay here for a bit. Circle shifted in favor of the FaZe clan. Sparta coming back. Trying to drop to his body, most likely. Well, there we can see Stat with some shots in the direction of Fairy Tail. Unsuccessful though. Example with the kill against Purdy, Sparking, and Luke. And that means Team Liquid eliminated on ranked 11. On rank 10. Sparta able to drop down. Is there loot somewhere over here? A big question. Not quite sure what Sparta's doing. Trying to jump on the streets. Justus and Bad Peak over here. We have Virtus Pro now behind SlamG. Foot over here. All the way over here at the edge of the circle, we have Team Liquid and Twisted Minds. Or we had Team Liquid and Twisted Minds. Scarf with the knock against Cold Morocco. Wetbar. Might have been spotted as well. Nice nade. Should be good. Well, wasn't too bad. Another one. And that one is perfect. Just below him. Hot potato. And now the next team is advancing. Corexi and Nixie knocked. Woodworks gets knocked as well. And this definitely is the Death Temple now. Holy smokes. Another team bites the dust over here. Me trying to get the knock against that is unsuccessful. Good thing there is some help coming in from Footballist. And that's it. Mimi eliminated by Sparta. That will be going down too, though. Right side, driving around with his BRDM. Crashing into the BRDM of Slam G, though. Oh, that one is almost full health. Right side. Whoa, has lost a bit. Ooh, almost ran over Sparta there. Sparta using him as cover. That's ingenious, to be honest. And now from the side, Annie with the knock against him. That knocks. 80 going for the flush. Has the MG3 in hand. That might be the best weapon against the two BRDMs. Right side in trouble. Arctic's knocked by Conf. Does he have a nade? It's not looking like it. Well, at least he was able to kill Arctics. Football is advancing as well. This still is a very interesting fight over here. And right over here, James, links in hand. Lakalyptos gets a knock against Batu. Under in hand by Max. Not willing to shoot it yet, just yet. And that's it. Scarf gets a kill against Batu and Lou, which just leaves Example and Perfectix. Looking next esports sort. That Twisted Minds has been eliminated. Now they saw him. Max with a knock against AC. Stolen by Convo. Example gets knocked from the side by Max. Perfectix moving forwards. That's coming in. ERDM trouble. Music over here on the other side. We have Brightside trying to run over Carpi. Conf with a knock against Scarf. Carpi with a drive-by kill. That Peak still alive over there? Brightside moving forwards. Unfortunately for him. Carpi was able to get Scarf in the car, but only momentarily helped. This right here is the next kill. Whoa. Carpi killed by the Lynx though. Gustav now with the knock against Baidaros. Right side has to leave his BRDM. That's coming in from the side. He gets knocked by Boostek. And that just leaves April. Last player for Fairy Tail. Max eliminated by Gustav. Tactics trying to steal that one is not successful. Good position so far for FaZe. Let's see how many kills they already have. 3 only. Boostek with the kill against Brightside. Bad Peak eliminated by the blue. 9 kills again by SlamG. Good match for them already. 8 kills by Fairy Tail. Match is working completely different than they did yesterday. Padaros was a wonderful shot against Fax. Team still with the links in hand. The Factix might be the little thorn on the side of FaZe. They still might be able to hinder them from winning this. Considering he's quite close to them. April still needs to move into the circle. Same goes for Boostic and Lurix. We still have the BRDM. I don't want to move too early though, because we also still have a Lynx. Oh no. Don't have a Lynx anymore. Seems what's happened. Either he shot all his shots, or he didn't want to play, man. Well, there's not much happening at the moment. Everyone is scouting, trying to find an angle against someone. Perfectix might be the one in trouble now, though. Or FaZe. Depends. But it looks more like Perfectix. Especially considering there is an airdrop right above him. Perfect nade. Finds Lurix. MK14. Perfectix not able to get a drop in. Pusik and Lurix just saying, alright, we're far enough away from that airdrop, so those nades don't hurt us. April might be able to get the kill against Perfectix. Circle shifts in favor of FaZe, SlamG, and Perfectix again. Shots by April, not able to get that kill. Gets killed by Fine, and that means Perfectix still alive for Twisted Minds. SlamG using the emergency cover flares. That's by Cuboids. Perfectix eliminated by Padaros. And 249 does its job. 2 against 3 against 4. For that it was 1 against 2 against 3 against 4. By Boostek. Doesn't hit anything. MG still can rely on their BRDM. While FaZe is still relying on James holding the angle. James moving forwards. No one knows he's there. He has a Panzer. That might be good against the BRDM. Nice shots by Boostek. Gets a knock against Vard. While Fex gets the knock against Fine. Push forwards by SlamG now. Nate against Padaros is not good. The Alcalyptus or he will go for the rest on Fine. No chance. Nice nade by Gustav against Acalyptus. Which just leaves Padaros. Kill stolen by Lurex. 10 kills for SlamG. Lurex again using the BRDM as cover. Boostic with the kill against Padaros. And this is a 1 against 4 now. SlamG is taken out by the Panzer from James. GG, well played. Would have been a chicken dinner for FaZe with 6 kills. 11 kills though by SlamG. 1,477.5 damage by Gonex. And 6 assists for the FaZe clan. And that means match number 3 is over. We'll return with match number 4 shortly. All right, match number 4 is upon us, but before that, we have Slam G with 42 points. Turning those two numbers around, we have 24 points for Redline, 23 for the Face Clan, 22 for Don't Panic, 21 each for Virtus Pro and Fairy Tail. Then 2 times 17 points for Twisted Minds and Hive, 16 for Footballist, 15 each for Go Next and Furia, 13 for Team Liquid, 12 for Eternal Fire, 9 for Ascent, 7 each for the Miss Off and Purple Swords, and last but not least, Bushido with 6. Let's hop into match number 4. As you can see, we are back on Tago. And this means, well, our playing path is, well, debatable. But most likely good for most of the teams. This should be roughly where the teams are able to drop. Which means, right over here, in Books and Saw, no one will be able to drop. At least if you don't get a car. Same goes for Kong 9, for Airport, Ouyang, Hospital, Songam, and School. And as you can see, the plane is already above us. And that means the first players are able to drop out of it. Which most likely are the coaches. Followed by TMO, Go Next Esports, Don't Panic, Furia, as well as Ascent. Then we have Footballist and Twisted Minds, as well as Eternal Fire. Following them, we have the Face Clan, Fairy Tail, Hive. Furthermore, we already had Fairy Tail. Team Liquid, Virtus Pro, Redline. Then we have Slam G, current leaders of the pack. Bushido. And last but not least, that should be it, I guess. Those two here are coaches. Alright. My fault. No one else is coming in there. Eternal Fire. Has to watch out. Quackball West quite close to face. Also over here took the car. Hold on, Panic is retreating from that position. We might have a hot drop between Go Next and TMO. Aside from that, nothing which is out of the ordinary. Max over here will land between TMO. Or in front of TMO. Unfortunately for him, though, Fine and Acalyptus are not so close. And they already flipped the car over here. So yeah, that's Dach style driving. Normally we say the Germans already flip the cars. It's a Dach style. Or Germans, Austrians, and Swiss guys. That's why we call it Dach style driving. Justus, already going for the run, trying to get a car for TMO. Wallstad is, well, quite far away. Circle is even further away for TMO. They have one of the longest ways, together with Go Next Esports in Ascent. Because the circle shifted all the way over to, well, below fishing camp. Close to where currently Nakyop and Celtic are. Same goes for Arctics. Good position for him. Might be close to the center of the circle. Center should be around here-ish. That means good position for Bushido. Good position for Arctics. Kark's already on the move. We might have a bridge camp by Team Liquid, if I'm not mistaken. Dante might have heard Purdy there. Not seeing the cars by Team Liquid. Now all driving over the bridge. And that means Team Liquid crossed the bridge. And the next team in form of Hive says, alright, let's check out the bridge. The Kraken, well, decided against flying together with his team. Maybe he's afraid of heights, we don't know. But he decides to go rather for drive and to fly with his teammates. So far, not looking like we have a clash anywhere. One thing I wanted to check. Advanced settings, render scale is okay, alright. Wake you up with a mortar in hand. Putting it in the car. While we check out where Posa and Gisera are dropping now. Below we can see some slots, some shots by Slam G in the direction of Bushido. X-Rays are running over Presenti. Where did that happen? Over here. Rocks with a knock against Breezy. Bila with a knock against Roxo. Dante knocked as well. And this means there's only one left, which is Schengen. 22 bullets remain in his barrel. That's not the best if you want to go for a bridge camp. Coming in. Schengen down to 2 bullets, and that's it for him. While VP is facing off against Eternal Fire over here. Not looking too good for VP. Rexy and Nikki will be eliminated. Matt now with shots in the direction of Lucarux gets tagged by Beamy. Chilla. It's him arriving. And the Matt goes for the flush. But Marco almost down. And that nade almost finishes him. Nice bounce. That one does the job. That one might knock the Matt. And now it's only Schiller. Yop knocked and flushed by Team Liquid, and now Schiller has to do the job against Virtus Pro. Spray is not good, and that means the next team is eliminated. Eternal Fire out on rank 16. While we over here can see that Footballist might face off against Virpal Swartzen in a few seconds. Crossed by Scaff. Razor. Not knocked there. Well, Crossberg gets knocked by Purdy. Bushido in trouble. Good, X-Razor almost down there, gets knocked. Now there are only 2 left. One of them is below the bridge. The other one is still in the water. Both now below the bridge. Scan in, and that's it. Whirlpool Swartz eliminated on rank 15. Let's see where the situation was. What the heck is Liquid? Oh, there. Over here. There's still one left. Medbay trying his best to face Team Liquid's Raz, but unsuccessful. Bushido eliminated on rank 14, which means almost all the Turkish teams should be eliminated now, except for Don't Panic. Fan needs to move over the bridge now. We still have 8C and Carpi on the other side. And decides about the high road. Well, we're almost using Aniko. Driving dust style. That's what we are talking about. Ah, there was a Panzer in the trunk. They did want to take that. Lorix can see Go Next Esports arriving. Not really sure who to shoot at. Next trying to arrive at the prison. currently played by Tarkis and Global Army from Don't Panic. A nice tech against flying. Only one though. And it looks like they are able to land there. Don't Panic already retreating. Recall. By Virtus Pro. Face in the circle. Everybody's in there. Teams. Emergency pickup called by AT. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, even if the circle shifts, it will not hard shift. We'll see. Twisted Mind's also waiting for movement for the circle shift. Fairy Tale. Killy with a kill against Seppa. Fairy Tale driving away there. Might be in trouble as well. Bartu with some shots in his direction. Scarf at the moment is the only one who's flying. The glider. Emergency pickup and not used. But this one might be on the count for Carpi. Spotted by Carpi. I'm not sure now. He was not behind a rock. They're trying to find an angle against Carpi. Our sand is arriving as well. Taking over the top of there. Guess it was Stat who got knocked. No, Scarf. Right. Sparta. Justus. And Chris going back over the bridge. Fairy Tale eliminated. I'm not quite sure where they're shooting. I guess in the direction of Justus, who's not even there anymore. Getting shot at now. Mogore might be in trouble. BRDM coming in there. Vart gets the kill for Face. Mogore eliminated. That means Slam G is left with 3 players. It's Boostic and Artix. Still, they are on first. 3 kills so far this round. Padaros quite close to Don't Panic over here. Not quite sure if Go Next Esports is Turkish as well. They do sound a bit Greek. So, please tell me if you know better. Don't want to offend anyone. Halo with the knock against Gustav. Happens from over here. All the way over here. Not able to get the flush in though. Shots by Boostic in the direction of the BRDM from Face. Not going for the race. Did I? I thought I saw a mortar fire. But alas, it's not. Back in the BRDM. Has lost half of its health. Circle shifts in favor of Face. Padara still quite close to Don't Panic. Well, Footballist is close to TMO, is close to Ascent. All 3 teams need to move into the circle. One of the positions you might want to move to is here. That's a bit cover. Not much cover, but it is cover. With the kill against Global Army, gets knocked now though. Most likely by Tarkus and CCR next. Max, where the heck is Max? Alright. All the way above. Recall feature. Fine. Gets attack in against CCR next. Another attack in against CCR next. Padaros moving forwards. Trying to get away. Lurex with a knock against him. Slam G from this side was an awful long shot. Holy heck. That right there. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 meters. Roughly. Ace in the direction of Beamy. Not really willing to shoot yet. Example with the knock against that. Shots by Jim Liquid in the direction of the rotation from this end. Bartu with a knock against Justus. That's in range as well. Question is, where does Ascend want to go? And this position here might be it. We already had endings around here. So, it might not be the stupidest idea to go there. To moving forwards. They want to go for the fight against TMO. Want to prohibit them from advancing into the circle. Sparta saying, hey Stat, yeah man, I got the car, but you have to drive. And I guess that was not the best idea they had. Sparta still alive for the moment. Get knocked flushed by a footballist. Temple with the kill against Scarf. Mortar fire in the direction of Ascent here. Well, Luke takes a kill against Sparta seriously. Mortar shot over there. And over here, Scarf lost his life against Twisted Minds. But I'm not able to get the knock in against Carpi. We can see some more long shots. Lucarox with a knock against Eucalyptus with a nade. Back over here. Let's just leave some max. Next nade. Flash. Way too short. SMB sees Lucarox as well. Nice tag. Able to get the kill in there from the side. Now, don't panic, it's advancing. Little window. That's from the side, but don't panic. Barter with the kill against Carpi. Happened over here. T-Bone knocked as well by sparking. Further moving forward, sees 8C, and that should be it. Yes, it is. Sparking takes a kill. 7 kills for Team Liquid. Halo the only one with 1 so far. Next goal for Purdy might be Ascent. Does he have nades? 4 of them. Vex with a knock against Arvis gets stolen by the Kraken. Purdy has not seen Killer yet. But Arctics has seen him. Another kill. Against Redline. Zico eliminated. Global Army coming back. Not quite sure if that's good for him. Brainiac, thank you for the raid. Go next to esports. Still alive here. Well, we see Brainiac with the let's go, go next, let's go. In the chat. Thank you for the raid. Welcome together. My name is Unwi. I'm casting these scrims today. With one of the teams being Go Next Esports. So far, they are on rank 10 with 15 points. We see another knock against Furia. That one coming in from Ascent. Zera. Spotted by Perfectix. Nice shot there. More shots in the direction of Possa. Trying their best to get the knock. A nice headshot by Perfectix. That falls Possa. The question is, what does Gisera do now? He still has 2 smokes. Still not the best possible position to go for the race. Might still try nonetheless. Go next in the meantime has been eliminated. Same goes for Sparking. Gets flawed there. Purdy coming in from the side. Nate in hand. That might be a good one. Unfortunately stopped by the field. More nades coming in. And that one will hit. Almost perfect on XT, but he's prone. That's knocked again. Purdy gets knocked. Nate coming in as well. And that might almost finish him. Well, the Cubes of Doom wanted to go for the knock as well. Corexi. It's an interesting angle against Luke. Gets spotted by Global Army. Luke now the last remaining member of Team Liquid. Well, Gustav gets the kill against Batu. It's good for base. Flores with him knocked against Nixie. Luke trying to get a better position. Which is, well, I guess unsuccessful. He gets shot out by Artix. And therefore Team Liquid eliminated on rank 6. Ascent over there still complete. Face Clan almost complete. Oh, it's still complete. And over here we have Slam G left with 3 players. Don't Panic with 4. Same goes for Virtus Pro. And there was an explosion coming in as well as mortar fire by Don't Panic, if I'm not mistaken. That should have been CCR next. Or Slam G. I'm not quite sure. Don't see the mortar at the moment. One thing we don't see at the moment is no BRDM. Lexi gets tagged by Lurix. Airdrop's quite close. Ascent moving forwards. Pax has been found. Brexer has to retreat though. Ward coming in. Virtus Pro with the kills against Tarkis and Flores. Beamy knocked as well though. But that's it. Artix gets the last kill. Don't Panic eliminated on rank 5, which means we're left with 4 teams. Virtus Pro left with 1.5 players. The only player is Corexi. He's still prone behind this car. Question is, will he be going for the rest? He might be able to get Beamy. Nice headshot against Lurix from the Face Clan. Sent in a good position in the circle. You can see right here. Face with the knock against James. No chance to go for the flush though. So we'll go for the rest. Next load of airdrops coming in. There are airdrops everywhere. Right all around. Some more over here. Good for Corexi, theoretically. Question is, does anyone still have Corexi on the map? Or is he unknown? Reach coming in. First knock by Chris. Not sure what Chris is doing. Alright. Waiting for the BRDM to explode. Gets knocked against Ward. Good stuff down as well. This just leaves Fax. The Space Marine. 15 HP left. And that was his last bullet. From behind, it's Lurix coming in. Corexi moving forwards as well. Might be trying to flank the players from SlamG and Ascent. Knocks going in. Corexi has found a spot to maybe get the knock against Braxco. More shots coming in. SlamG and Ascent both left with 2 players. Might be 3 now. Killy got the race in. Let's go knocked by the nade from Boostic. Lurix was also able to raise Artix. Corexi still staying silent. But still deadly. He might be the deciding factor on which team wins this. Chris and Killy moving forwards. One of them could go for the race on Braxco. Artix prone. Lurix moving forwards a bit. Chris going. We go for the race on Braxco. Brax and Aniko both moving forwards. Nate flushes Aniko. But Braxco will be back on his feet in a few seconds. Killy also proning. And this is how the tables turn. SlamG now left with 2. 1 player left for Virtus Pro, which is Corexi. Moving closer and closer. Not spotted by Lurix yet. Now trying to get the other angle in against Ascent. But like I say, how the turns have tabled. Spray in the direction of Chris, not successful. Does not hit anything. 11 kills for them. Might be the most kills from those 3 teams. 7 kills for each Ascent and SlamG. SlamG again with a good match. Rex finds the first knock there against Killy. Blue Zone nade coming in. Might be a bit too short. Definitely too short. While Corexi finds Artix. Nade in hand. Oh, that will be a good one. Way too short. Braxco with the knock against Lewis. Now going for the race on Chris. Killy. Artix facing off against Corexi. Nade in hand again. He roughly knows where Artix is, and that nade almost finishes him. Both fighting at the edge of the circle. Flash coming in. Arctic's not flashed though. Might be the chance for Ascend to move around. Rexco already trying to find the angle. Might see Corexi in a few seconds. Might have seen him already. Has seen him now. First X coming in, and well, that's just a Dragunov for you. Not able to get the knock, but that's the moment Artix has been waiting for. And gets a kill against Corexi. Virtus Pro eliminated on rank 3. Getting some heal now. Blue zone coming in as well, though. Nate is perfect, and that's it. GG, well played. Woulda with a chicken dinner. Ascent gets the chicken with 9 kills. 11 kills though by VP, with 1,973 damage by Slamgy, and 9 assists as well from Ascent. Means match number 4 is over, which also means that we will return with match number 5 on the most beautiful island PUBG has to offer, Erangel. And there we are back again with the updated leaderboard. 56 points now for SlamG with 37 on second place for Virtus.pro. Then we have 33 for the FaZe Clan, 31 for Don't Panic, 28 for Ascent, 24 for Redline, 23 for Twisted Minds, and 22 each for Team Liquid and Footballist. Then on 10th place, 1 point less, and 11th, 1 point less as well, with 20 and 21 points for Fairy Tail and Furia. 70 points for Hive, 16 for Go Next Esports, 14 for Eternal Fire, 11 for Purple Swords, one of the only teams which only has kill points. Then we have 7 points for the Miss-Off and 6th for Bushido. And we'll hop over. Match number 5 is upon us because we will drop high on good old Erangel. And this right here is our flight pass, limiting the space where the teams can go, but not limiting the fun and action we hopefully have on this map. Yesterday, we had a 23 kill chicken dinner by Team Liquid over here in the first match. Let's see if they can do this again, or if this time they will drop out quite early. First to drop out are Team Liquid, SlamG, and Purple Swords. After them, we have Ascent, Hive. Well, all right. Abelisk is going to drown himself. FaZe, then Hive, and Go Next Esports. Then we have Bushido, as well as Eternal Fire, Twisted Minds, TMO, Don't Panic, Furia, Fairy Tail, with an interesting split. And he going in the direction of Stat there, but most likely we'll try to grab a car over here. Virtus.pro, Redline. The heck? Medbay just dropped off way too late. And last but not least, Footballist. Medbay just all the way dropped over here, and he was supposed to drop over here. I'm like, well, you can do that. Not the best, though. Is there a car here? Ah, he wants to go for the coupe there. All right. Circle shifts and says Sosnovka Island is the way to go, which is good for Team Liquid and SlamG because they are already on there. Same for Purple Swords. Don't Panic. We'll have a long way to go. Same goes for Virtus.pro, Redline, and Footballist, as well as Fairy Tail. TMO, Twisted Minds, Bushido, Furia, Eternal Fire, not so much. They're quite close in Pochinki. FaZe also as well. It's a said, with possible solutions on how to get there. We do have a boat over here for Ascent to use. With that, they can go to Sosnovka Island. Most likely we'll try to land somewhere over here at the ferry pier or there. That most likely will be one of the possible scenarios. Then over here we have Scannon for Purple Swords. Quite close to the bridge, which also will be one of the possible rotations for teams to reach the Sosnovka Island. Next possible spot is over here. Even though it's not below water, it's above water. And there it comes, the ferry. One of a few ways to get where you want to go, if your goal is Sosnovka Island. And Go Next Esport might just be able to use this. Same goes for this boat. They can also use this one to move to Novo. Nonetheless, I would move rather sooner than later. Same goes, or same sort, happened in the minds of the FaZe clan. Already rotating over the bridge here. So we can see Space Marine in the back, which is Fax. Already on his way closer into, or deeper into the circle. Scannon, on the other hand, is also moving for his team. Trying to get a spot deep in the circle as well. Not as deep as I would like. Let's see if Presenti is able. Oh well. I'm not quite sure what that smoke was supposed to do. But I guess that one was wasted. Looked more like he wanted to cook a grenade. He was able to deal 102 damage. That's now ditching the compound. I'll just be driving right into the hands of Eternal Fire. But they stopped over here. Pushing cars. Well, that looked like travel to Jerusalem. There's a game here in Germany. You could also call it hot seat. When the music stops, you sit down if you get a chair, because there's one chair less than players. Kind of look like that. Yeah, with Eternal Fire. Oh. First fight go next. Esports unfortunately in the dire predicament. Apocalyptus the last remaining player for them. But Aros, Max and Fine already eliminated. The face. The stuff on the move. All 3 kills. 5x. Question is, will Apocalyptus be able to go for the race? Will the blue chips still stay in the bodies? Or will FaZe destroy them or take them with them? With the knock. Oh, that nade against. Wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, Skinner's solo there. And that's it for Emmy's Raider now with a knock against Nick. You're both Sibila. Nade in hand. That is a good nade. That is a perfect nade. Almost getting the kill against Crossberg. Bay knocked. Celtic in the corner trying to heal. Gets a knock against Sibila. Razor, nice shots. Nade in hand. Unfortunately bounces in the wrong direction. But flushes Sibila. Might have been planned as well. Another name, this time it finds Breezy. Razor now the last remaining player. Over here. Oh, and he gets eliminated by Crossberg. Bushido eliminating Purple Swords on rank 17. FaZe might be the next team which wants to breach that. You can see Ascent made it over the bridge. Kitty already quite far into the circle. But he's not driving, he's flying. I'm not quite sure he wants to go where he just scouted. Oh, and the breach is coming in. Well done by Celtic. Gets a knock against Fags. Crossberg with a knock against James. Mortis nade in hand as well. Gets a knock against Crossberg. Shots coming in by Slam G. And Lurex just eliminating everybody in his wake. Knocking himself in the process though through the C4. Celtic's the last remaining player for Bushido. Gustav's the last remaining player for FaZe. Smoke for Vart. He's not getting flushed by Slam G. Patrick's currently the only one who's having his eyes and his sights set on Gustav. Oh, nice tech, and that's it. FaZe eliminated on rank 16. Celtic should know that. Taking the blue chips with them. That's alright. Goodbye. for it. Tire pops. And that's it. GG, well played. Bushido eliminated on rank 15 as well. Still MG with the lucky third party and Ascent. That was interesting. Spawned right in the tree and Ascent on top of the hill here with Braxco and Aniko. Good position for them theoretically. Barking over here. And see emergency pickup called by Virtus Pro. Fairtail using the bridge. Don't Panic has to get over the bridge as well. Then we have an emergency pickup for Red Line. TMO still has to get into the circle. Quite sure what the others are doing here. Alright. This is another observer bug. I mean, we can see there's the Panzerfaust in the car. Sparta over here. Most likely not solo. I've just driving around here without a care in the world. BP landing on top of the hill. Good position for them. Circle shifted back to the coast. Where you can see a red line advancing. Oh, Scar from the side with the bolty. Nico lands behind, gets the knocks and flushes. Which just leaves Githera and Riz for Furia. Or RDS. Coach for the guys from Furia. Kraken had to disconnect or had problems with his PC. After with a knock against Global Army. Happen over here on the bridge. Next knock in by Presenti. Floor is the only one who made it over the bridge so far. CCI next has seen Schengen. Spray coming out. It's not good though. Has to drop down. Gets the knock against Dante. Well done. Oh, unfortunately, that nade against Schengen is not successful. Schengen drops down, gets knocked as well by CCR next. And this proves to be disastrous for Hive. CCR next healing himself, Presenti moving forwards. Break comes in, and now CCR next is down and out. That leaves just Flores. Flushes by Presenti. Nate might be good. No. Go back. Furia eliminated. Deco knocked. Barchizera killed. And Luke gets a kill against Flores. And that means we are down another team over here. Over here, it's looking chaotic as well. Luzo Nate's coming in against Redline. Karks and Zico knocked and killed. I was now with a knock-in flush against Lucarux. Over here we have Go Next Esports. Acalyptus was able to get Pydaros Max and Fine back. Max has to rush over now and go for the rest on Pydaros though. Fine, quite close to 280. So Go Next still alive. He has at least a half good level 3 West. Calypto spotted by 80. You can see that Scarf and Carpi are still on the other side. Carpi is going to make his seahorse. Is one of the... Oh my god, Scarf. Scarf in trouble. There we go. We found the miss-off. And it looks like Bad Peak had car trouble, it seems. Oh, PMO still alive as well. Gav and Carpi making their way over to the island by swimming. Stand in a good position. Airdrop for Slam G. That over here was recalled. Taking care of the bridge. Hive still complete. That might change though. Because Purdy heard Schengen coming in. But it seems like he's retreating. By sparking, I'm not quite sure what he's shooting at. It just looks like a rock and there's no one there. Seems he has a hatred against this rock. Not quite sure why he's sparking. But that rock hasn't done anything to you. Turn of fire coming in from the right side, and they do have the BRDM here with Scope Marco. Don't show it too early. That would not be good. Example might be able to get the kill against Braxco. Pretty now. Acalyptos has been spotted again. 41 HP remain. That might not be the right position. Being spotted. Airdrop in the water. Luke not willing to risk it. Next car. This time he risks it. That survives this though. You can see Fairy Tail still aiming for the position of Go Next Esports Fine. Has to heal. He's dead and now he gets knocked. T-Bone has a vision in the direction of red zone. Red line. And April says, I do have a C4. I'm not quite sure what I do with that. Standing on the island with my C4. I was going for the rest on Seppa. Loser Nate coming in. Knock Seppa again. Nate goes right into the toilet about it. That's it for him. Scarf eliminates him. Red line out on rank 12. Next kill for football. Acalyptos with a knock against Bartu. Gets knocked by Perfectix and flushed though. Which means Go Next loses their first player again. Anti was a knock against Dante. Hive moving into the direction of footballers though. Trying to get an angle in. Schengen pushing forwards. HC gets knocked by Kurexi and flushed as well. MG quite close to Justus. Moving up the hill here. Made good against Justus. Well, let's hop over here. Halo, the last remaining member for Team Liquid. Well, Nixie flushes Luke and Purdy. Parking still alive. Let's hop back to the fight between Slam G and TMO. That's not where I want to click. Now let's go next. Eternal Fire coming from behind. Justice gets killed and that's it. Eternal Fire taking them out. Hive in trouble. Rocks burning. Schengen, the last remaining player now. Nate in the direction of Pydaros. That might be a good one. That's right in the window. Pydaros is eliminated. And that's it for Go Next Esports. They did put up a fight though. Unfortunately, they landed out of the placement points. Back to Eternal Fire and Slam G. Honor with a nade in the face of Lurix. Next up, Arctic's the last remaining player now. Waiting for his chance to maybe do something against the mat. Spots him, nade in hand. Gets a knock. The next one against Code Marco, well done. 607 damage by him already. Taking the BRDM from Eternal Fire. Best choice he had. Gets killed by Sovereign now. Actually with the kill against T-Bone. The mat will be back on his feet. Thanks to Onwar. One team. Two teams. Which are still complete. Twisted Mind's also still complete, which makes 4. Virtus Pro only left with 3 players. 11 kills for them so far. Fairy Tail with just 1. Ascent weighs out. And then with a knock against Bar 2. Donate's coming in. Back on his feet, knife in hand. Now Perfect takes us out of the picture. 2 against 3. Molly, good Molly. Perfectly against Example, who just survives barely with 1 HP. But knocked by Braxco. Presenti now in a 1 against 2 situation. Theoretically, if he would push. Finds Loopot gets eliminated by Example. Bartu dies to the blue though. 5 out on rank 7. Rank 6 for football is Carpi spotted by the blue. No enemy for him. Right side and April knocked. April's still in the toilet. Not sure if he even moved. Marco and Braxco with a push against Conf. Who gets mollied and naded. And that's it for him. That just leaves Annie as last man standing for Fairy Tail. First few kills for Ascent here in this match. Twisted Minds still behind with 2 players. Nade by Annie. Well, that does not hit anything. Shots by VP in the direction of Eternal Fire. Whipper. With some nice shots in the direction of Nixie. Both kills already for Virtus Pro. He has seen Beamy. Sends him some packs. Whipper with some shots in the direction of Nixie. Bray almost gets him down. Not quite sure what that blue zone nade was supposed to do. Definitely didn't just kill him. April will bleed out. Another kill on the count for Ascent. Brexco just waiting at the door. Checking if there's someone still alive and coming from that region. But Twisted Minds already decided to go for the jog behind the backs of Killy and Chris. Rexy now with a knock against Honor, which just leaves 2 players left standing for Eternal Fire. The mat almost knocked. Pepper. He's the next one. Shield deployed. Example with some shots in the direction of Ascent. That was Chris who moved. Push. Matt, the only one left standing now. Position is known. He gets the kill against Honor. Aniko gets the kill against Annie. And we are down to 4 teams. 1 player for Eternal Fire, 2 for Twisted Minds, 3 for Virtus Pro, and 4 for Ascent. That will change in a few seconds, though. Nixie spotted and knocked by the mat. Was checking the wrong direction now. Turn around, bro. Turn around. Rexy is right in front of you. You've seen him. You've seen him. And there he goes. Virtus Pro eliminated. Eternal Fire now with 6 kills. The Bat with 3 of them. Now in the end game. Gets eliminated by Lou. And that means 4 against 2. Ascent versus Twisted Minds. Aniko with spray in the direction of Example. Bit too trigger happy here. Nate is perfect and gets a knock. And this just leaves Lou. Another chicken then back-to-back by Ascent. That would be nice, and it is possible if Lou does not make the clutch. Brexco gets knocked. Another point on the board for Twisted Minds. Nate's coming out. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner. The back-to-back chicken by Ascent with 7 kills this time. 14, so double the kills by Virtus Pro. Then we have 1,500 damage by Twisted Minds. And Slam G with 5 assists. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with the last match of the evening, match number 6. And the plot thickens, and the teams come closer together. SlamG still in the lead with 65 points, and we have 10 points less for Virtus.pro and another 10 points less for Ascent, with 55 and 45 on rank 2 and 3. On fourth, we have Twisted Minds with 37 points, 1 point behind them. We have the Fate Clan, 31 points, then for Don't Panic, 27 for Redline, 26 for Foot, 25 for Fairy Tale and for Eternal Fire, 24 each as well for Team Liquid and Hive. Then we have 20 for Furia, 17 for Gonex Esports, 13 for Vorpal Swords, 11 for Bushido, and last but not least, the Miss-Off, with just 7 points at the moment. And as promised, we are on our last leg for today. This will be the last match of the evening. It will be, obviously, a wrangle again, and we'll hop into the match right now. And as you can see, our flight pass starts in Zarki and will end in Novoretnoy, which is one of the best flight paths you can have, because you can almost reach anything on the map. A few exceptions being Stalba, Kameshki, and Primorsk, but except for that, everything else should be reachable without trouble. Twisted Minds most likely will go for Lipovka. We will have Virtus.pro in Severny, North and South George being played. And for the rest, well, I guess we'll have to see about that. Big question is, do we get another Sosnovka Island Circle? Or will this time be a main island circle? Let's find out in a few seconds after the plane has dropped all the players and the players have looted. We will be a bit wiser. Not but wiser, but a bit wiser. First to drop out over here are SlamG. Following them, we have Footballist and Team Liquid as well as Virtus.pro. Same goes for Hive and Don't Panic. After them, we have Eternal Fire dropping out. Same goes for Furia. Then we have Fairy Tale, Redline, and TMO, as well as Gonex Esports. Bushido jumping out as well. Same goes for Face, going for Milton most likely again. Vorpal Swords, Twisted Minds. And last but not least, we have Ascent dropping out of the plane. And they most likely might clash with the drop spot and the car spawns, which Twisted wants to use. Well, only one team on OVO, and that is Vorpal Swords. Will it pay out for them? We'll see. 80, quite close to Abelisk. Searching for him. Not quite sure if you're allowed to kill coaches. Wetback quite close to the Kraken. Well, we have Bushido and TMO quite close to each other as well. My god. I do have a bit of problems with talking at the moment. Circle, well, is most likely main island-ish. Could shift over to Sosnovka Island. We might have a bridge ending. Or, well, ending close to here. which I consider bridge endings, because unfortunately, we had some circles in the past where the circle would end right around here, and you had one player on top of the bridge and one player swimming below the bridge behind a pillar, and no one would win this till the circle would tick down. Obviously, the player on the bridge most likely wins this matchup because he can heal while the one in the water is not able to heal. This was in the prison. Where's that over here? Mansion played by Sparta. Bad peak going for the L compound. Sparta going for the compound close to the prison. Might be able to peek over. First team which goes on a rotation is Bushido. Redline might try to use an approach which not many teams will think of, or more teams think of now. It would be something like this. Because that is the most likely easier part. Go next esports in the snake. Only 3 players. Mine unfortunately did not make it to the match. Celtic with a knock against Gustav. What happens over here? Well, hello, observer mode, thank you. Not quite sure where you wanted to shift to. Maybe to the old position I had prior. Gustav eliminated by Bushido. Face also gets a knock in against Gannon. Gets flushed as well. Last game, fast game. At least for 2 players so far. Emergency pickup by Team Liquid. No one on the Snovka Island. All teams gamble with the main islands. But then indeed, I thought Redline would take the long road over to Snovka Island. But indeed, they're using their way on the main island. Nate might be good. Too short. Oh, not too short. Well done. Makes eliminated by Crossberg. Face falling back after his ward. Fortunately for Max, he wanted to breach the compound where Bushido was already at. Team's knocked by X-Razor. Question is, where does Team Liquid want to drop to? Or might be currently free. This compound below them, not so much. The best bet would be to go for Milta. Or if they want to fight against Virtus Pro, Virtus Waltz. Birdie with the right idea. Sparking gets a kill though. Face in the back. Liquid in the front. That's a fight we already know. We've heard and seen hundreds of times in the old days. When both of those teams still were EU. Now Team Liquid is an A. Face still EU though. Times when Jeem still wasn't when Jeem still was with Liquid. Go Nate. Oh, good enough. So gets hit. Nate coming in. Kirby. The last man standing, and that's it. Face eliminated on ring 16 this round. Team Liquid taking over the position here. Or we can see the fruits of their labor. An AWM will be in their hands, most likely. Shots fired by Furia in the direction of Don't Panic. Oops, that's not where I want to go. Zara gets knocked by CCR next. Kraken with the re-knock. Loris trying the drive-by. Unsuccessful. Coming in. That means Don't Panic will lose 2 of their players. Glancing at the Kraken with the knocks. Push will be confirmed. Global Army knocked on the other side. That just leaves Tarkus. Going for the race. Snake coming in. Was able to go for the race. Red line with the killer gets an A-Cube. Alice gets knocked by Celtic though. Pico gets killed by Sparking. Bossa from the side with a nice spray. I didn't want to go to Slim G. And that's it. GG well played. Don't Panic eliminated by Furia. Dante might be the one who is able to third party here. Schengen quite close as well. Another emergency pickup still. Sosnovka Island is still possible after that shift. Sparking facing off against Aniko. Wilta being played by Ascent now. Schengen tries his best to get the knock against Guanzin, is not able to. Oh, 6 HP is not that much. PUBG with some shots in the direction of Fairy Tail. Currently hold up at the shelter. Brody still checking the Sosnovka Island. Circle shifts back to the main island. Shots against Fairy Tail by Twisted Minds here. Calyptos with a knock against Crossberg. He's eliminated as well. Again, that wasn't where I wanted to shift, but well. Retail over here. Go next. Took their next kill. Means they have 12 in total now. Oh, nice shot by Magora against the Kraken. Movement by Furia. For the Kraken, that compound over here is clear. That's in the direction of Fairy Tail. They might try to... Wanted to say it, try to breach that compound, but it's not looking like it. It gets knocked by a low. Does not hit anything. Jazara with a knock against right side. Guess we'll stay in the situation here in the city. Even though it cleared itself up quite nicely. Over here, Braxo with a knock against April. And he's spotted as well, gets knocked by him as well. Confirmed. Another one on the count for Ascent. Lou steals a kill against April. Zara with the knock against Conf. It's on range over here. Alright, if I can't disable you, I'm trying to disable the car. Level 2 vest and helmet. That's something Conf might need now. Quite sure why they don't try to destroy the car. Something was a knock against Bartu. Over here, but Crazy Lou is on his way. Purdy now has found the AWM. With a knock against Carpi. Emergency pickup maybe for Virtus Pro. But Marco trying to run over Boostic. Kind of backfires. I guess Eternal Fire might lose their BRDM rather sooner than later. Gonna knocked over here by Magore. That's another attack in. Oh, gets knocked by the mat. Rock's running over Bad Peak. Not sure what that happened over here somewhere. Able to knock Dante. Barta with the knock against Arnico. They're trying to go for the kill and disabling the car. Arnico. Chris and Kitty both coming in. Second BRDM of the match in hands of Ascent. It's going for the flush against Purdy. Smoking. Needs to open the doors to let Aniko in. Not really willing to go in. Alright. Carry me, senpai. The Bullist against Team Liquid now. Fortunately, Luke now is the last remaining member. Footballist had more luck in that fight. Only T-Bone got knocked. Warren now fighting against Eternal Fire. Nate's a bit too far to the left. That one hits as well though. And Eternal Fire eliminated on ring 30. Nice nades by Mogoro. Kiakai killing Aniko. I'm not quite sure what that was about. Batu kills Brightside with the C4. Wait, Batu kills Brightside with the C4. But Lou's the one who gets knocked. Guess Lou was the designated driver because he didn't drink so far. I don't know. And for everyone who has not heard about that yet, the canted sight on the weapon of the Kraken, you can see close on the right now, will be removed from PUBG coming tomorrow with the update 37.1. We will also have a good change coming with that update, which is that the maps which are not played in esport will be removed in ranked as well. Killing knocked by Stat. Rex going for the rescue. Just down and out. Last remaining member for TMO is Sparta. One more change, which is not so great, coming with update 37.1, is that the DMRs will get a huge nerf. An awful lot of bullet reduction, even though we partners spoke out about that, but PUBG still decided, well, we want to do this because it's fairer for all. Just after buffing the VSS though. So, but yeah, you know how that works. I did see a C4 there. Lorex with C4. Let's see where his travel will take him. Most likely in the direction of Furia. And it does. Fossil knocked. Lurex knocked. Swanson now trying his best to face off against SlamG, but it's 1 against 3. Train coming in. Knocked. Nice nades there. Gets a double knock. Now again it's Quanson only. Rexy pushing against Twisted Minds. Does a better drop than Furia. Were eliminated as well by SlamG. 8 kills again to the name. And they're again quite close to making it to the top 8. There has not been a single match where that didn't end. Which didn't end for them without placement points so far. Luke, still in the blue. Not quite sure what he's searching for. Needs to move fast now. Corexy has been... No, Corexy has not been eliminated. I'm not quite sure why it couldn't change. Well, this is quite close here. Ascent... Advancing to the farm as well. Which might be our end spot. We're still in the BRDM. Just waiting there. Might be good or not good, depending if there is a Lynx in play. The Lynx, one of the only weapons which can shoot you out of a tank, of a BRDM. The second being the Panzerfaust. Which will knock you out of a BRDM with a one shot if it hits you. Why is the tag wrong? Oh, Rexy made it. But he has to move, and he's still stuck in the blue. Trying to get behind Footballist. First aid might have been too late. Luke gets a kill for Team Liquid. That means VP is eliminated on rank 8. Luke's still in the blue as well. Not moving an inch. Hiding behind the burned out car. Dante and Rock's quite close. 18 might be down in a few seconds. Nate might be good. spray by Scarf is better, but there's still Schengen in behind. Getting the kill. Rock's going for the race. SlamG coming in as well. T-Bone is not. This is not looking too good for footballers. An 8C dies to the blue. Which means at least rank 6 for Team Liquid. 5 first aids still remain for Luke. He needs to run. And SlamG indeed has links. No, Chris got out of the BRDM. What can he do? Needs to heal. Can't even stop healing. Oh, does not hit Presenti there. Does not hit Presenti there, but Presenti hits him, and that's it. Team Liquid eliminated on rank 6. Which just leaves us with 5 teams. SlamG, Bushido, GoNext Esports, Ascend, and Hive. Let's see if I can get all of them in one picture. There we go. Nice knocks by Dante and Rocks. Going for the flushes now. No one shoots at him. I've taken out half of SlamG, which just leaves Artix and Mogore. A nice tag there by Ascent. Mogore gets knocked by Medbay. Just leaves Artix. Max behind Bushido. Good position for him. Next so far with 6 placement points. They might double those with that position. Nate in the direction of Hive. Nate back in the direction of SlamG. Not really. That one was better. Crash is confirmed. A crash. Schengen the last man standing now. Bushido, Ascend. And GoNext as well as SlamG with the knocks. Is not going on the count for Ascend though. Schengen makes it to the shack. Artix is rezzing Mogori inside. Schengen just had one more nade, but no, he does not. Brexco eliminates him. SlamG in trouble as well. Artix will bleed out there if he's unlucky. Mogori now has to save him. He has no helmet. Vest is almost broken. Oh. Ah, that Panther wasn't bad. It was good. The car might blow up, though. No, it's already blown. Nice try by Chris there. Fortunately, not perfectly hitting. He did hit the shack perfectly. Medbay has an angle where he can see SlamG. Might also be the angle Max could see him. Mogori gets knocked by Keely. Max moving forwards. Most likely heard the shots of Medbay. Seen the car now, has seen Medbay. Still not sure if he should take those shots. Medbay still has a level 2 helmet, even if it does not look like it. Only has 4 shots left in his MK. Well, and that's it. Max now takes the time. Lights a fire. Medbay is knocked. Most likely will be eliminated. I doubt that Celtic will go for the race. Glory and Artix trying to push forwards using the emergency cover flares. That is still not in the circle. Need to move even further. Max now in trouble. Celtic. Going to go for it. Kitty with a knock against Artix. He's not sure where to look. Gora again going for the rest on Artix. Bro. They both die. Oh, they wanted to deny the point. Artix denying that point against Mogore. Go next, it retreat. Bushido left with 3. Ascend left with 3. Go next left with 3. 3 players for all 3 teams. Means 9 in total. So far, 2 kills for Go Next. Five kills for Ascent. And 5 kills as well for Bushido. Ascent could get a triple if they win this match as well. Not quite sure what Chris is doing there. Brax. Bro. Brax. You can't park there, mate. I mean, I don't want to tell you guys how to drive, but you can park there. That's not working. What's in the direction of Chris? Like I said, you cannot park there. Not working. I mean, your best option would be to take the Dacia and drive below the tire. Maybe that will bump the BRDM up there. But ours was a nice nade against Celtic. Second one does not hit though. Yeah, the third one. Yes, he still has 2. Another one. That did hurt. All coming in. That did hurt as well. Medbay almost down there from those nades. Calypto still has 1 left. Almost. Oh, Medbay just barely made it through that. Oh my gosh. That's in the direction of Max. This is the first top 3 finish of the day for Go Next Esports. Bay and Celtic with mates in hand. Oh, that bounce off the UAZ, and that mate finishes them. Kitty with a kill against Padaro, so that means Ascent versus Bushido. They might have a good angle there. Has seen Chris. Chris has seen him as well, though. Chris in trouble. Just seeing he has the heal pack. So that means no DMR for him. Perfect nade by Keeley against Medbay. Make your going for the rescue again. I mean, that won't work. We go nade, and that's it. Nakeop, the last man standing here. Just barely on the edge of the blue zone. Tries his best, but this most likely is the winner chicken, and it is. The back-to-back chicken for Ascent. 9 kills. Another 10 points for the placement. 1,736 damage by Slam Gizo and 10 assists by Ascent. Let's see how many points those total now. 19 points for Ascent. They had 45 prior, means they catch up to Slam G if we don't add Slam G's points from this match with 64 points. Virtus Pro only gets 5, so Ascent takes over second place. Slam G with 65 adds another 13 points to their tally, which means 78. So they will stay in first. Then we have on fourth place Twisted Mind with 37. They get another 6 kills, means 43 points. FaZe had 36. They add 2 to their tally, which means 38 points for them. 31 for Don't Panic, who get 0 points, so they still at 31. 1 point for Redline, means 28 for them. Footballist with 26, adding another 4 to their count, which means 30 points for them. Fairy Tail with 25, gets another points, means 26. Eternal Fire had 25 as well, does not get a point, so Fairy Tail stays in the lead against them. Team Liquid had 24, taking home 7 points for kills, plus another 2 points for placement, means 9. So they have 33 points now, taking over the upper half of the leaderboard. Hive at 24 as well. They unfortunately get more points than Team Liquid, so it might be a tight spot for the top 8. Hive with 11 points, means they have 35 now. Then we have Furia with 20. They get another 4 kills, means 24 points for them. Theoretically tying with Liquid and Hive before they got points. Go Next had 17 points. Gets another 7 points for this third place. Means 24 in total. So tying with Furia, but they have less placement points if I'm not mistaken. Then we have 13 points for Purple Swords, plus the 0 points I got. So they will still at 13. Bushido with 11. They get 7 points for kills, plus an additional 6 for placement, means 13. They double their points to 24. And then we have the Miss-Off. 7 points for them, plus additionally 1 point, means 8 in total. So they still stay in the single digits, unfortunately. So let's hop over and see if the leaderboard has been updated. And unfortunately, it has not yet been updated. So we'll still have to wait a bit. Hopefully, it will be updated. In the meantime, thank you for all the follows. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Killy, for the raid. And obviously, as well, for Brainiac for the raid. And thank you for being here with me. Thank you for the players that the scrims are happening. And thanks for the scrims admins that I could cast this today. And yeah, the leaderboard has been updated now. As you can see, 78 points for Slam G. They take home the victory today, even though we had a triple chicken for Ascent. 1 point shy of the points from Virtus Pro with 60. Then 43 points for Twisted Minds, 36 for FaZe, 35 for Hive. 31 points for Don't Panic, 30 for Footballist, 27 for Redline, 26 for Fairy Tail, 25 for Eternal Fire, 24 each for Go Next Esports, Bushido, and Team Liquid. Team Liquid and Bushido tying with those placement points. Then we have 20 points for Furia, 13 points for Purple Swords, the only team which only got kills, and 7 points for the Miss-Off. And that's it for today. Thank you for being here. I'll rate you over to someone else. And I'll see you again, hopefully, in the near future for the next Scrim games. This time, maybe on Thursday, I don't know, Friday, Wednesday. We'll see. Depends on what the teams will do. And maybe we'll see each other next week. We'll know. Bye-bye.